My idol was Richard Roundtree. Richard Roundtree dated my sister for 2 months. We were at the same high school, and he was the first person of color that had a positive image as a child for me. He was a bad guy, you know, he was like a badass, but the thing is that the images of people of color during that time frame were stepping, fetching, yes sir, how's it be right there? And to me that was not a positive, it was not a positive image. So Richard was one of the first persons of color. Martin Luther King, for example, during my timeline, we considered him, and I did at that time, as I grew up and matured, I began to realize what his message was. But I almost considered him an Uncle Tom during that time because he was giving up so much, and there was so much that was being taken during that time. That was how I felt growing up until I got older and you started experiencing things. And then you began to respect and understand why Martin Luther King took the path that he took. Now, I wasn't Malcolm X. That just wasn't my extreme. James Baldwin, his book, I wasn't, banging the table with James during that time because I was a fairly conservative kid, but I was a very curious kid. I didn't see why there was any reason why I could not succeed while others did. So my goal was to make sure that my children grew and had good educations as individuals so that they could build a reputation based on their skill set. So the challenges of race, it's obviously a constant, but you can't carry it on your shoulder. You got to keep moving forward. You have to move ahead. You have to set examples. My Irish mother-in-law, Mary O'Hanley, she convinced me to run for office. She says, John, there are no people of color running for office in Quincy. So in her memory, I ran for office several times. I lost a few times. You guys always put bad photos of me. but Quincy has been a blessing for me. I love it here. My children love it here, and I'm enjoying life.